buddy. Yeah, he said that the other one.
I thought it might be nice, and I'll get another chair. If you and the three boys sat here in the front, is that okay? Is that all right? And then the other two are just four of you sit front. Yeah. And then you sit great. Yeah. And they've got chairs over there as well, so maybe great or however.
Well, we didn't know whether we'd put all the kids together.
Well, you worked out.
Do you want to just sit all the kids and girls and you will
Just
all
need
make
this bit here.
all right, we'll make a bit of a different row. Save that day. Are we over here?
Yep.
Oh no.
You can all sit
Oh, you got your
there if
oh,
you
we got
want
enough
to.
seats? Oh, yeah, that'll be us lot sit over. We need one more carrot.
Don't say you've gone.
Yeah. And we've got GJ.
Say you've knocked off for a smoke out, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blood. Hey, true blood. Give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blood. True blood. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blood, I'm asking you. Hey, true blood, can you bear a load? Will you tie it up with wire just to keep the show on the road. Hey, true blue. Hey, true blue. Now be fair to you. Is your heart still there? If they sell us out like sponge cake, do you really care? Hey, true blue. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when she's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue, I'm asking you. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo? Is it standing by your mate when he's in a fight? Or just Vegemite? True blue. Hey, true blue, don't say you've gone. Say you've knocked off for a smoker, and you'll be back later on. Hey, true blue. Hey, true blue. Give it to me straight, face to face. Are you really disappearing? Just another dying race. Hey, true blue. True blue. Is it me and you? Is it mom and dad? Is it a cockatoo?
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you for being here today as we gather in loving memory of Graham, and a warm welcome to those who join us via the live stream. I know that Girly and all of Graham's family really do appreciate your friendship and your support at this sad time. With the spirit of love that each of you bring this afternoon, this graveside service will honour Graham in a meaningful way, and it will reflect on the many qualities that made him so special and so loved. We gathered here today to pay our respects and commemorate the life of Graham James Diprose, a loved husband and father, a cherished grandfather and great-grandfather, a respected brother, uncle and friend. However you knew Graham, we are united in our feelings of his passing, sadness at having to say goodbye, but also much gratitude for having shared in his life. At 86 years of age, Graham's passing brings a sense of loss to all who knew him, but I hope it also brings some comfort to know that his recent struggles have now ended. As sad as it is that he's no longer with us, today is not the day to focus on what has been lost. This time we spend together is a chance to reflect on what has been shared, the countless ways that Graham touched our lives, and to honour his strength, his character and the impact he made. Graham was a practical man, and we know for a fact, because he said so himself, he would not want a big fuss made of him. This service is simply a chance to pause and honour a life lived well, and together we are going to show him the love and the respect that he richly deserves. As we begin, I would like to acknowledge the people who were most special to Graham. He was the husband of Elaine, who is deceased, and father of Stephen, Debbie, Craig, Melissa and Susan. He was the loved husband of Gurley and father of Graham, George and Justin, and a much-loved grandfather and great-grandfather. To extended family, including his siblings, John, who is deceased, Barbara and Mari and their families, to his best mate Frank, and to everyone else here today, you were all an important part of his life, and I'm sure if he could, he would thank you all for the love and the friendships that have been shared. As you take this time to remember Graham in your own special way, may it be a reminder of how much he has meant to many. Each of you here this afternoon have shared your own special connections with Graham, and I feel certain the common theme throughout your memories will be of a man who was hard-working, hands-on and dependable. Graham lived with a determined nature, and everything he did was out of love for his family. His children and grandchildren meant the world to him. Graham lived a full life. He'll be remembered for being able to fix or build pretty much anything. He'll be remembered for his deep love of cars, which you can see from the front of the booklet, I should say, especially Holdens and Morris Minors. And of course, as most of you here would know, for his love of the TV series Home and Away, which always brought a smile to his face. Graham will also be remembered for being a little stubborn at times. He liked to do things his way, but he had a good sense of humour, and he showed up for the people he loved. There was a lot to remember about Graham, and after meeting with Gurley, Craig and Laurie recently, here's just a little of what they shared. Born in Wynyard in Tasmania, life wasn't always easy for Graham and his siblings growing up. With their mum often in hospital, they had to learn independence early, and that toughness and self-reliance stayed with Graham for life. When he was around the age of 10, the family moved to St Kilda, settling in Inkerman Street, a place that was interesting and full of character, to say the least. Graham fit right in. He lived in St Kilda for many years, and he became a big part of who he was. After leaving school, Graham started an apprenticeship as an electrical mechanical engineer, and that's where a lifelong passion began. V8 cars, engines and anything mechanical, anything fast, he loved. If it had a motor, Graham was interested, and if it was a Holden, even better. Graham remembers one of his dad's happiest moments was when he took ownership of a brand new 1972 Valiant Charger. It wasn't the deluxe model by any stretch, but it was Graham's pride and joy. Graham was also a Morris Minor nut, as we've heard, and he even had a factory in Melbourne with a collection of cars. It was through this love that sparked a friendship with his best mate Frank. A chance meeting in Springhurst over a shared love of Morris Minor soon turned into a lifelong bond, and Graham appreciated his friendship with Frank greatly, and it's lovely to have Frank and Dawn here today. When he was around 18, Graham met Elaine on a night out in St Kilda, and not long after, Stephen arrived, followed by Debbie, Craig, Melissa and Susan. Life moved quickly, and the family settled in Boronia. Graham worked as a screen printer and later at a concrete works, but really he was a jack of all trades. There wasn't much he couldn't turn his hand to. From Boronia, the family moved to Emerald, and then in the late 80s they made a sea change here to Paynesville. After many holidays spent in East Gippsland, staying at their friend Terry's house and then in an on-site caravan at the Alloa Caravan Park, Graham and Elaine decided to move here permanently. They settled in Paynesville, and Graham worked for himself as a panel beater and mechanic. He spent his days working and tinkering at home, and he enjoyed the quieter pace of life being here in the country. Life took a sad turn for the family when Elaine passed away in 1997, but with the help of friends, he found a way forward. He began writing to Gurley, who was living in Dubai at the time. They wrote to each other for many months, with Graham waiting patiently for Gurley's letters, although if you knew Graham, patience didn't always come naturally. There is still a post box somewhere in Paynesville with an axe mark in it when letters he was expecting from Gurley didn't arrive. Well, Gurley came to Australia and they married in 1998. Together they had 3 sons, Graham Jr., George and Justin, and Graham found a new lease on life. Though as a die-hard Holden man, he did have one major complaint. All 3 boys turned out to be Ford fans. He worked for himself as a panel beater and mechanic, as mentioned, rebuilding hundreds of cars over the years, but his talents didn't stop there. He also built model aeroplanes with his mate Wolfgang. He constructed the veranda at home, and he could fix just about anything you put in front of him. About 5 years ago, Graham discovered YouTube and decided to teach himself how to fix mobile phones. Before long, he'd repaired hundreds of phones. That was Graham, always learning and always doing something. He was known as the ultimate Mr. Fix-It, and Girlie mentioned there was nothing he didn't know. And of course, as has been mentioned, who could forget his nightly ritual? At 7 o'clock sharp at night, nothing interrupted Graham watching Home and Away. And Thursday nights were his favourite because there were 3 episodes in a row. He followed every storyline and every plot twist, and Graham often had to remind his dad that it actually wasn't real life. Well, becoming a grandfather gave Graham so much joy, and I'm sure the grandchildren all have lots of memories. One granddaughter, Alexandra, can remember not long ago walking past the chook house at their home and seeing Grandpa on all fours collecting the eggs, but somehow he'd locked himself inside the chook house. She couldn't help herself and said, "That's a good-looking rooster." Graham loved any time he got to spend with the grandkids, and he enjoyed keeping up with what was going on in their lives. For years, Graham had experienced various health issues, and around 18 months ago after a fall, life began to slow down. His eyesight faded, and he couldn't get to Craig's to help change tyres and tinker like he used to. Then about 6 months ago, he moved in with Craig and Laurie, and that's when he found a new little mate in Kelvin the Dachshund. And Kelvin's here somewhere, sitting on a knee in the back row here. Kelvin quickly decided that he liked Graham more than his own family, and every night they'd sit together watching Home and Away side by side. Well, Graham knew how lucky he was to have the support of his family, and while the last few months have been tough, it was a team effort to make sure he had the care he needed. After being admitted to hospital, Graham passed away peacefully on Tuesday the 3rd of March, with little fuss, exactly the way he would have wanted it. Well, Graham lived his way right to the end, and he had a quiet strength in being exactly who he was. Today, we are giving thanks for sharing in his life, and we say thank you to Graham for all that he's done. That's just a very quick snapshot of his life as remembered by his family. I'm now going to ask Craig to come forward to begin, or is it Stephen? Which one? Okay, Stephen is going to come forward, followed by Craig, to share a few memories they have of their dad.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Stephen, Graham's firstborn of 8 children. Dad, you'll be forever missed by all who have come to know you over your life's journey. From when I was growing up as a teenager and were involved in one of your passions of radio-controlled model planes, I remember when we lived in Emerald, clearing the kitchen table so we could get to work building all types of model planes, much to Mum's displeasure. You put so much pride into the quality of the finished product, especially putting your spray painting skills to the test. So when I was starting to drive, I remember my first car you got hold of was an XY Falcon U, and you fitted a whole new rear quarter panel and a total respray, once again putting your knowledge and insight and skills to work. Now when I became a father myself, I knew I could always count on you for your support. When Mum passed away in 1997, that was a very sad time for myself, brother and sisters, and I know that was a great loss for you. I knew you needed to find something to move on and find yourself again. I was so happy for you when you met Girlie and started a new chapter in your life, which ended up gifting me with 3 stepbrothers who I've known to become strong and caring and well-mannered young men who loved you dearly. Still trying to work out how you 3 managed to get permission to park all those Fords in his driveway, as we all know that he was a Holden man through and through. Dad, I know we didn't spend enough time together in the last 15 years. You're always in my thoughts. So thank you for just being you. Dad, I love you and will miss you deeply. Rest in peace.
Dad, where do I even start? 86 years, you've always been there. And you should be so proud that you raised such a good bunch. You taught us all right from wrong and to be the best we could at whatever we decided to do. I will miss Alexandra or one of the boys yelling out at the shop, "Put the kettle on, Grandpa's here for his free cuppa." We reckon he had a tracker on our kettle. Wouldn't see him for a few days, and flick the kettle on and he'd come. And didn't matter whether it was 10 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon, he'd always leave with, I better go home and cook me bacon and eggs for breakfast. So grateful last year that on Father's Day you were well enough and we made a trip to the Trafalgar Holden Museum and the Moe Father's Day car show, and to Stephen and Brad for meeting us there for a surprise, to share your mighty love of the Holden. To all that came and sat and shared stories at Dad's bedside, sent messages or telephoned, we made sure to the best of our ability to share with you so you knew how much you were loved by all. To Girly, GJ, George and Justin, thank you also for showing Dad so much love and kindness in his last days. And just to share a story, we were sitting around the bedside and Alexandra and Girly were talking about car trips. Girly was saying that in the early days, trips away with Dad in the car was always a challenge, that he would drive for miles and miles. You did no sightseeings, no stops, flat out everywhere. Girlie used to say to him, it's not a race. So she's always said that it was never a relaxing holiday while driving in the car. Then it would turn to panic. As we'd driven for miles, the fuel lights on, the kids needed to go to the toilet. We've passed 10 toilets, kids are hungry, not a service station in sight. And Alexandra replies, that's just like my dad. So as I said earlier, Dad, you taught us well. And as I say to Alexandra, the first one to the podium is the winner. Yeah. Love you, Dad. Rest in peace. And we'll have a beer for you later. Thank you.
Thank you, Stephen and Craig. Craig, your memories are a great segue into me inviting you. I do have a couple of tributes to share, but between these tributes, I'm just going to take this moment to invite you all back up after we do finish this service today at the graveside. Craig and Laurie have opened up their home, and the address is on the back of your booklet, 85 Lake Victoria Road in Eagle Point, just back on the road there. And it's a lovely way to continue sharing all those lovely stories and memories of Graham. So if you are able to join the family, I know that they would love it. Now, I have been given a tribute to read out on behalf of Debbie, but I thought that might be a great tribute to lead into a quiet reflection. So I'm now going to preface that by sharing one from Girlie first, and then I'll share Debbie's to lead into the reflection. Girlie has given me this tribute to share, and there's just going to be a quiet song played in the background while we accompany this tribute. Today we are here to remember Graham. Graham was an important part of my life, and together we shared many years and created something truly special, our 3 boys, who have grown into remarkable young men. I know he would be so proud of the men they've become. Graham didn't always find it easy to show his softer side. Life was hard for him from a young age, and he learned to keep his feelings tucked away, often putting on a tough exterior. He wasn't one for love songs or anything too sentimental. However, when we started writing to each other and grew closer, I saw a different side to him. I remember one time he asked what my favourite song was, and I told him it was I Love You by Celine Dion. Not long after, he told me that as soon as he read my letter, he went into Bairnsdale and bought a Celine Dion CD, which I still have to this day. He said from that moment on, when he opened his shed in Paynesville, he would play that song on repeat, full blast, all day long. Apparently, he nearly drove the neighbours mad. One of them even came over and asked him to turn it down, or at least play something else. But in true Graham fashion, he told them to get stuffed, and he kept playing it anyway. That story always makes me smile, because it shows the kind of man he was. Tough on the outside, but with a heart that ran deeper than he let on. Graham and I also shared the same sense of humour. Even when life wasn't always smooth, we could laugh together. Sometimes we didn't even need to say anything. We'd just look at each other and know exactly what the other was thinking. Those little moments and the many laughs we shared are something I will always treasure and remember about him. Since his passing, I've found myself going to bed with the TV on, and somehow that same song always seems to come on next. So I'd like to think that maybe it's his way of telling me something, and that's why today we're playing it for him, so everyone can share in that memory and maybe imagine Graham in his shed playing music loud, just being himself. Life took us on different paths for a time, but in his final months we found our way back to a place of care and friendship. I'm truly grateful that I was able to be there for him, to look after him, and to spend that time together. Those moments meant a lot to me and will stay with me always. Graham will be remembered as a father and as someone who helped shape our lives. I see parts of him in our boys, and through them his presence will always remain. I'm thankful for the life we shared, for our children, and for the time we had in the end. Graham, you will always hold a special place in my heart. Rest peacefully, and I have no doubt wherever you are, you're still doing things your way with the music turned up loud. Sleep peacefully, Dale, and keep the music playing. Thank you, girlie. That was beautiful. And a beautiful way to play the music in the background too. I'm sure that'll be played a few more times today at some point. Now, as I mentioned, Debbie handed me a lovely tribute to share on her behalf, and this is going to lead us into a quiet moment of reflection, just to stand or sit here for a moment and reflect on those memories you have of Graham. Dear Dad, I hope death feels like coming home after a long day, where the weight of the world melts away as you step through the door. I hope it feels like the soft embrace of twilight, the quiet rustle of leaves outside your window, and the gentle hum of familiarity that tells you everything is finally at peace. I hope it feels like lying in your favourite spot, wrapped in a blanket that carries the scent of love and safety. Like a hand brushing your hair away from your face, a voice whispering, "Rest now, you've done enough." I hope it's the quiet joy of knowing you're surrounded by love, the soft glow of memories lighting your way, and the deep serenity of being exactly where you belong. I hope it feels like a warm hug that lingers, the kind that makes you feel held, not just physically, but in the depths of your soul. I hope it's like the rhythm of your favourite song, the one that plays in the background of the moments that matter the most. I hope it feels like the whispers of love from every corner of the universe, guiding you gently to a place where pain no longer exists and where every piece of you is finally whole. I hope it's the sweetest exhale, a release into something vast and endless, where you are no longer bound, but beautifully free. Love always, Debbie. I'm going to now invite you just to take a moment of reflection on Graham's life.
No, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. No, I can't forget tomorrow when I think of all my sorrow. Well, I had you there, but then I let you go. And now it's only fair that I should let you know what you should know. I can't live if living is without you. I can't live, I can't give anymore. I can't live if living is without you. I can't give anymore. Well, I can't forget this evening or your face as you were leaving, but I guess that's just the way the story goes. You always smile, but in your eyes your sorrow shows. Yes, it shows. I can't give anymore.
should have prefaced that by saying that Craig mentioned that was a song that the children all remember their dad playing, way back when. So a most fitting song to play and include today. Well, it's hard to capture a person's life in such a short amount of time. The memories that have been shared today make up just a small part of the sort of person Graham was to you all. I hope that each of you will continue to remember the good times you spent with him, the things that you learned from him and the memories that you have to keep close to your heart. As we prepare to say our final farewell, may we carry Graham's memory with us always. His spirit will live on in the stories we share and the love that continues to connect us. And his presence is a reminder of why people like Graham are so special to family and friends who loved him. I have a short poem to share today. They are words I feel certain Graham's family would wish to remember today. It's titled Legacy of Love. A devoted husband and father and proud grandpa too. This is the legacy we have from you. You taught us love and how to fight. You gave us strength, you gave us might. A stronger person would be hard to find, and in your heart you were always kind. You fought for us all in one way or another, not just as a husband, not just as a father. For all of us you gave your best. Now the time has come for you to rest. So go in peace, you've earned your sleep. Your love in our hearts will eternally keep. Now is but a moment in time, and I dedicate the next few moments to every single precious memory associated with Graham. As we accept life, so must we also accept death as one of the unchanging laws of human design. To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose on earth, a time to be born and a time to die. We commend Graham and the memory we have of him to his final resting place, knowing that in time we too shall all join this circle. In closing, I would like to finish with the Lord's Prayer, and I invite those who wish to please join me. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Into the darkness and the warmth of the earth, we now lay Graham to rest. May he find peace and light on his final journey home. As we say farewell, we honour Graham's love of the show Home and Away. In his memory, we are going to play their theme song, and I hope it brings a smile, which is exactly how Graham would want you to finish today.
We belong together, you and I forever and ever. No matter where you are, you're my guiding star.
And from the very first moment I saw you,
my guiding star.
And from the very first moment I saw you, I never felt such emotion. I'm walking on air just to know you are there.
You are there. Hold me in your arms. Don't let me go.
That's enough of Home Away.
You're very good. I can hardly pray.
Is there anyone else who'd like to come forward and place a sprig of rosemary in the grave?
We've had enough of Home and Away anyway.